everyone, I am back with another video. This one is going to be, I'm trying to move my little mat over, a card making video. And I am making cards again for my best friend's daughters. She's got 3 girls. I know you guys have watched several videos where I've put their birthday cards together, and this is the style that I'm doing this year. I'm doing a Joyfold card. Since I started doing those with the Mickey and Minnie series, they're just too cute. So, these are the results of the cards I've done so far. So this is the first one, and it just opens like this. And the second one, so they're all the same, they're just different color combos in the front with the flowers and such. There's the inside of that one. So the one I'm going to make today is, everything's going to be the same except the front piece. And I used Cycle Celebration for the Celebrate a Sweet Birthday right here. And I used the candle, and when I did the candles I cut them out by hand. But this, you use the decorative label punch. And then for my flowers, I used the petite petals, and I used this one up here. So those are the stamps I used, along with my itty bitties. And I'm just using the little tiny cupcake on the inside of the card. So that's what that looks like. And a couple of rhinestones and some little mini rhinestones that I have. And the colors I've used, this paper is from the Retro Fresh collection. It was in last year's, I want to say it was in last year's Occasions catalog. And the colors inside of it are Baked Brown Sugar, Crisp Cantaloupe, Coastal Cabana, and So Saffron with Very Vanilla. So I stamped all of my images on Very Vanilla cardstock and then punched them out. So I am going to make the last one with you right here. And the base, this one I used Coastal Cabana. This one I used So Saffron. And I lied, this is not Crisp Cantaloupe. This is Tangerine Tango. So, sorry, I stand corrected. So the base I'm using is Tangerine Tango, this one. Okay, so I will give you all the measurements as we go, and our base piece, you have 2 base pieces for a Joyfold card, and they're both 8.5 inches wide. Your first piece is going to be 4 1/4 inches, scored at 3, which I've already done. And then your second piece will be 8.5 by 3 1/4, scored at 4 1/4 right in the middle. So this is going to be your little front flap. And then this piece is going to be the base. So this will be your insert that will go like this to create the Joyfold. So my first piece I'm going to attach is 5 3/8 by 4 1/8, and I'm just going to use my ATG tape to go ahead and attach this. And I've already pre-stamped, pre-cut, and pre-punched all of my images out. That helps save a little bit of time. I'm just going to center this. Just like that. And then my little panel over here, these little arrows, and this is cut at 2 7/8 by 4 1/8. just like that. Then my front panel here is the same measurements, 2 7/8 by 4 1/8. Just like that. Now we're going to work on this piece here. So we'll set that one aside for a minute. And I've already inked my little Very Vanilla piece for my message to go inside, and I've inked it with Coastal Cabana. So I've done all my inking, and this piece I can't even talk, measures 4 by 3. I'm hoping I didn't, okay, put the tape on the wrong side there. And then I'm just going to center this piece. And I'm going to go ahead and do my stamping. So I'm going to take my little cupcake and my So Saffron. And I'm just going to stamp a couple little cupcakes inside of here. Make sure I get enough ink on there. There we have little cupcakes. Now on this side, I have another piece of the Designer Series paper, and this one is cut at 4 1/8 by 3 1/8. And I usually do this little panel to match the back piece that I do on the base, for no apparent reason, just because. So I guess the cool thing about this is you've got all these different panels that you can decorate. So you can use part of a paper collection where they're all coordinated, and whatever prints you use, you know, are going to go together. Okay, and my front panel is actually the same as my little inside one there, 4 1/8 by 3 1/8. So we're just going to attach this to the front. Just center it on there. So there we have the little insert piece. Now I'm going to put some score tape on the back of this. I've used my ATG tape and it has completely stayed. I've never had a problem with it lifting up, but I'm going to be putting these in the mail for some young girls, so I don't want them to fall apart at all. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and just, I'm going to lift this one edge here. That way I can still move this piece around. This always takes me a few minutes to get completely centered. At least just kind of eyeballing it anyway. That looks pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and stick this side down. And that way I know it's not going to move. So then I'll just lift my other pieces of score tape here. Just like that. And there we have the joy fold, just like that. Now we're going to go ahead and do the decorating of the front, and I already have my little pieces stamped out and punched. So I'm going to show you how I put these together. Because as you can see, there's candles in between this little oval and my decorative label. So what I did is I stamped my Celebrate a Sweet Birthday twice, punched this one out with the decorative label punch, and then you can use the large oval punch and punch out the center of it. I cut mine because I don't have the punch yet, but I've cut a lot of circles and it looks fine to me, so I'm going to leave it. But this is the piece that I'm going to attach my candles to. So I thought I would just assemble this really quick. And I'm just using some Zig 2A glue. And I'm just going to center this and then attach my candle. And I always make the middle one a little higher. Give that a second. And then we have these other ones. Okay, so then we have this one. And then number 3. Try to get them even, or as even as possible anyway. Okay, so then I'm going to take this piece. I've already attached little tiny rhinestones right in the middle of the little hearts, and a couple of dimensionals just to pop this up. So those little candles will be right in the center of this. So just like that. And I've already put some score tape on the back of this because I don't want it lifting. So I'm just going to peel the backs off and go ahead and stick this down. Just pressing down on this with my tweezers to get under there. Get that score tape down. Okay, so there we have our main focal point. And now I punched some petite petals in So Saffron, as you can see here. This one I've already curled, and I have backed it with another piece of Very Vanilla cardstock, and I've put little tiny pieces of dimensionals. As some of you may have already noticed, when you use all of your dimensionals in the center, you have this border that goes all the way around. Well, I still use these. You can cut these into little pieces and use them for smaller parts on your cards. So we're going to start with this one, and I've already adhered 3 little pieces. And this is going to go right down in the left corner, and that's what's going to hold my card closed. So right down here. So just like that. And just give a good push on those little dimensionals. And the thing I love about these Stampin' Up! Ones is they stick really, really well. Like, they're pretty strong. So there we have our little flower. Now we're going to stick another flower up here. And I'm just going to curl it using my bone folder. Give it a little bit of dimension here. And I'm going to back it on another piece of Very Vanilla. And I'm not offsetting it so you can see the petals behind it. I'm just leaving them lined up. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and glue this on. There we go. And just right up here. Like that. And then we will get a little rhinestone. Just using my paper piercer for this. I don't have my tweezers out today. Right in the center. And there we have the finished Joyfold birthday card. So it just opens up like this. And you've got your little area for your message. And then super cute flowers and birthday candles on the outside. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this little card making video. Here's all 3 of the cards, just so you can see them. And I hope you guys try these super cute cards. Anyway, you do these Joyfold cards, they've turned out really super cute. So I will see you all in my next video. Bye!